making me honey. So smooth when you move to the groove, you're the truth, baby. Back it up on me. Yeah, I love the style where you got bass. So won't you back it up on me? This a girl a wine in a time. I move around like she don't have no spine. The next thing, how she find? She have the rest of them a wait in a line. Oh gosh, champagne a pop and we so fast. Weed in a split, no allow that. Girl, back it up, make me hold that. This girl's on the level right now. I match to the bass and the trouble right now. Wine for the real, let my crown. Bedroom pulling up and I pop down. Fast, fast, slow, slow. Anywhere you want, baby girl, go. Bounce up and down like a pro, go. Girl, you want it, they know, yo. Real from the scene, heavy movement. You and your team, yeah. Them can't intervene, right? You know another style where you got bass. So won't you back it up on me? I love the way you whine in the pop ways. Don't tease, girl, you're making me alright. So smooth when you move to the groove, you're the truth, baby. Back it up on me. Yeah, I love the style where you got bass. So won't you back it up on me?
Back it up on me, telling me that you want me, baby girl, if you loving tonight. Right, baby, I'm in town. Know that it's going down. You know that I'm only here for one night. You know what he won't do, really won't do. You know why I probably put that thing upon you. Looking at you, looking like you really want to. There's nothing on this earth, baby girl, I won't do. Girl, cause we turning up. Shots on deck, cause we burning up. Take you back to the telly, throw it up. Take you back to the telly, throw it up, girl. Throw it up. Oh, yeah. Looking at your friends like you don't care. Girl, cause the Grey Goose is in here. Oh, yeah, we inhale.
You know I love the style where you got bass. So won't you back it up on me? I love the way you whine in your pop waist. Don't tease, till it making me honest. So smooth when you move to the groove, you're the truth, baby. Back it up on me. Yeah, I love the style where you got bass. So won't you back it up on me?
Every day and night, every night and day, I wanna lay your body, girl, in every single way. Every day and night, every night and day, I wanna lay your body, girl, in every single way. We have to tell it and we getting it on. Baby girl, tell me what you wanna do. Yeah, right. We can stuff on the bed, bath and beyond. Baby girl, tell me what you into. Yeah. Cause every day and night, every night and day, I wanna lay your body, girl, in every single way. Every day and night, every night and day, I wanna lay your body, girl, in every single way. Forever my lady, like Jody said. You see your body keep controlling me, and I'm trying to get it popping like it's ecstasy. But your body should stay close to me. We gon' get it poppin', we gon' get it poppin' and soaking wet, fuck around. Got your girls, man, they all upset. Where you at? Where you at? Where you been spending time? Got a man, I always hit you up, but you not around. I be on not a man, I hit you up on the phone. I'm paying down to pick you up, baby girl, when you all alone. I wanna call you up, but I can't do that shit. Come over here, baby, you the one I'm rolling with. You the one I'm fooling with. I spend the hours, 1,000 flowers and tuna fish. Baby girl, you the only one that I'm dealing with. I swear to God, the MC Aaron got you too legit.
What you know about walking through the darkness? Skateboard like flying, shiny like torchlight. Hit you in the head, make you lose your only life. What you know about caught in an empty house, surrounding with fire. Someone saw ya on the auto star, waiting to pull the trigger. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Make it say your last breath to God. Oh Lord, forgive my sin, cause tonight might be my last night. And you're the scream for saying, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive. 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 What you know about 1990? When innocent people lost.
It is often said any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. That is why I introduce to you a company with magic, SM Group Incorporated. SM Group Incorporated is an internet technology company that provides the best quality and cheapest internet services, including IT management services, supplies of IT equipment, networking, mobile app and software development, structural cabling, and web design. We also develop POS cash register system for small businesses like mini-mart, supermarket, restaurants, and bar, hotel management software for reservations, and online booking. SM Group Incorporated installs biometric systems that include hotel door locks and access control, database, CCTV security, and motion sensor system installation with 24/7 monitoring and cloud backup storage with mini solar backup power system. Coming soon is the SM Group SASE-Net, which will deploy hundreds of Wi-Fi hotspots across the city with high-speed, affordable broadband internet service for less than $100 Liberian dollars. For more information, visit our website at www.smgroupincorporated.net or email us at info@smgroupincorporated.net or call cell numbers 0777-881-881. We are located at the intersection of Kerry and Center Streets in Monrovia.
Another banger, baby, calm down.
Pinter One of Delaware. Yes, it's Pinter One of Delaware, the name that counts when you talk quality painting works. For more than 2 decades, Pinter One has brought more life and vigor to thousands of residential and commercial complexes with our quality painting services. Give your homes, offices, bars, stores, hospitals, shops, etc. that look they deserve by choosing Pinter One of Delaware. For more information, call us on phone number 302-508-3034. Again, 302-508-3034. Or visit our website at pinterone.com/Delaware. Or better still, email us on ivan@pinterone.com or holly@pinterone.com. Schedule a free estimate and get 10% off by using the promo code Costa. Pinter One of Delaware. Renew your space, renew your life.
She did give me small, I know.
Peter Massaquoi Insurance Agency is the name that counts when you talk quality and affordable insurance services. Located in central New Jersey, Peter Massaquoi Insurance Agency provides homeowner insurance, commercial and business insurance, auto insurance, life insurance, and a lot more. We partner with over 20 top-rated companies to ensure we provide affordable pricing and quality services to our clients. Not only that, we also offer free financial planning consultation, and we are licensed in 20 states across the USA. At Peter Massaquoi Insurance Agency, our staff are well trained to handle all your insurance needs. Visit our website on www.pmassinsurance.com or call us on phone number 609-571-3037. That's 609-571-3037. Peter Massaquoi Insurance Agency, your low-cost insurance partner.
Do you need a car Ready for an upgrade?
Then come to Sika Motors, sole distributors of Toyota vehicles, Mitsubishi vehicles, and Yamaha motorbikes, genuine accessories and spare parts.
You name it, we have it. We have the 2022 brands of Toyota vehicles. Select from our new Toyota Starlight,
Toyota Belta, Toyota Rush.
We've got the best deal in town through our Sika Motors financing schemes with selected banks, EcoBank Liberia and UBA Liberia, starting at the lowest as 500 USD. You won't believe these prices. Come for quality, reliability, and durability. Take a spin and let's make a deal.
Sika Motors on the UN Drive at Town, Bushra Island, or call Sika Motors on +231 775 987 758 or email cmarketing@cfao.com. Sika Motors, drive with confidence. Do you need a car?
Ready for an upgrade?
Then come to Sika Motors, sole distributors of Toyota vehicles, Mitsubishi vehicles, and Yamaha motorbikes, genuine accessories and spare parts.
You name it, we have it. We have the 2022 brands of Toyota vehicles. Select from our new Toyota Starlight,
Toyota Belta, Toyota Rush.
We've got the best deal in town through our Sika Motors financing schemes with selected banks, EcoBank Liberia and UBA Liberia, starting at the lowest as 500 USD. You won't believe these prices. Come for quality, reliability, and durability. Take a spin and let's make a deal.
Sika Motors on the UN Drive at Town, Bushra Island, or call Sika Motors on +231 775 987 758 or email cmarketing@cfao.com. Sika Motors, drive with confidence.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Good morning. Welcome to the program. You're listening to the Costa Show. Today is the 17th day of August 2022.
22.
And we are glad to be here. If wherever you're listening from, wherever you're watching from, I hope you woke up to a beautiful day. And I certainly did. And I'm grateful to God to be alive, for the gift of life and to be alive. Good to be here. Good morning, Borge. What's up? What's going on?
Yeah, good morning, Costa, and good morning to our many listeners. When you wanted to say 2023, I said, what happened? But it's good that we are here.
I can't wait.
You can't wait for the 2023, back then, Costa, when we were in 2018, 2019, we thought 2023 could have been little longer, but now we just few months to 2023, and all those that are in power, all those that thought that this time couldn't reach, this particular year of 2023 couldn't be nearer. Now we are getting there. Few more months to 2023.
That's correct. We should be in the year 2023 in actually 4 months. And we will be in 2023. And there is a lot at stake politically and for the country as well. I want to say this. The CDC people, as you can see, they're already campaigning.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Weir is out and about. He's campaigning. Their strategy is simple. Their strategy is the worst thing that's happened to the government so far are these sanctions. The worst. The worst political setback that the government has experienced in its 5 years in office um, is the sanctions, these sanctions. So, and these are just the harbinger, as there will be more sanctions. More sanctions will come. So what the CDC is doing, they had already commenced their so-called Maserati tour, but the strategy now is simple. How can they ensure that they suppress this sanctions development?
Mm-hmm.
They want to drown it out.
Yeah.
They want to make sure they distract from it.
Yeah.
That's their strategy, and it is working. So they're making this about Weir's re-election.
Mm-hmm.
Weir is out and about. They're causing a lot of traffic inconvenience for people. Of course, you know, CDC people, they're very inconsiderate. They don't care. It is working. And what is the opposition strategy?
Nothing.
Our arms are folded
And looking.
and we're sitting and we are hoping and praying that we had failed so that we could win by luck.
Mm-hmm.
That is our strategy. This morning, we're going to focus on that. That's what we'll be talking about in the morning. How are we exploiting this opportunity? The American ambassador said, Carpe diem, seize the moment. He said, and I quote, now is the time for those who are victimized by the corruption perpetrated by these individuals to peacefully stand up and seize the moment. We're not seizing the moment. We're laying back. We're hoping that we will keep filling, that the Americans will do our dirty work. So Weir is out in West Point, in District 9, and all these different places. He's campaigning. The opposition, we're sleeping. Me, I tell them the truth. They don't like to hear it, but I don't give a damn. The opposition is weak.
Very weak. Very, very weak.
Weak. If Weir and his people were a little more sophisticated, we would not even be around as an opposition.
Nope.
We wouldn't. How have we capitalized on this? How? We've been talking about sanctions for a long time. Now we've got them. Huh? So what? The Americans have sanctioned very powerful people in the country.
Yeah, to break the CDC down.
To break the CDC government down. What do you want them to do for you? Do you want them to go and grab them and tie them up for you?
Yeah. And take Weir from there and put you there.
They gave you a woman. They might walk you out in a room and lay her down for you. We are weak. It is discouraging. We are damn weak. We issue press releases.
Every day.
That's what we do. When you talk, there's some people say, oh, the way Costa talking, later he won't go join CDC. Oh. I'll tell you the truth. It is very heartbreaking. So how do we fight? Is this the attitude that we're going into election year with? This attitude, this laissez-faire, lackadaisical attitude? Joe, we are supposed to be running around and campaigning? Eh?
No.
When sanctions have come?
No.
When the Americans have sanctioned these people, Joe, we have to be running around. The Americans are very disappointed in us. Let me tell you, my American sources told me this. that they are very disappointed in us, the opposition. Yeah, of course, they are waiting for Henry Costa to call a protest, like they waited in 2019, the June 7th.
And someone will be undermining the scene.
Protest.
They'll be undermining the scene protest.
Yeah, someone will be undermining us because they Costa ball getting too popular. And that ball, we got to be careful with him. He getting too popular. What are you waiting for? Look, so the American ambassador said the thing. He said, my people, carpe diem, seize the moment. The Americans told me that if the people stood up to fight, they will fight with the people. The American ambassador said it in his own words. Kolo, you get up. Stand up. He says, stand up peacefully. Well, guys, play the recording. Maybe our opposition leader, the EA, let me send it to you. The particular segment of the thing, the American ambassador statement. Play it. Here it is. I just sent it to you. Play it. What are we waiting for? You see it?
Yep, I'm going
Play it. It's 1 minute 58 seconds. What do you want them to do? You want the Americans to come and grab the people and arrest them and take them abroad? Is that what you want them to do? We just sit down.
It is my hope that those Liberians who have been victimized by the corrupt activities of these individuals will take a small measure of comfort that we are helping to hold them accountable. It is my hope that those who today are being victimized by the corrupt activities of these and other individuals will feel empowered to peacefully stand up to that corruption and say, no more. It is my hope that Liberians do not view these sanctions as punishment of the country, but rather view them for what they are.
It is my hope that the people who are affected by who are victimized by the corruption by these individuals and others will stand up and say, what? No more.
No more.
My people, what more do you want the American ambassador to say? The man said, it is my hope. Stand up. Stand up. It is my hope that you will stand up.
For yourself, Costa, not for us.
Stand up for yourself. Get on the streets. Thousands and thousands of people. Stand up. But of course, the opposition is in coma.
Very, very weak opposition.
When you say it and they say, oh, you're not loyal enough. My loyalty, as I tell you often, is not to an individual. My loyalty is to my country. I tell you this every single time. It is very disappointing to be led by people who are very lackadaisical. It is disappointing for you to be a lion and you are led by a sheep. It is difficult. A lion to be led by a sheep, it is difficult. It is frustrating.
They are believers that a lot of press releases will solve the problem. Oh, we condemn this. President, we should do this. 2 press releases. Is that what we will be here for?
So, the Americans are very disappointed in us. They realize that we are weak and we might not even be up to the task to run the country. That is exactly what you're telling them, that you are not up to the task to run the country. That is what you're telling them. You are not up to the task to run the country. You are weak. You're weak as an opposition leader. How can you be strong to run the country? How? How can you be strong to run the country when you are weak as an opposition leader or as opposition leaders? This is a reality. This is a reality. So now the Americans will sit down and say, but to be honest with you, why are we doing all this stuff? Eh? Bugger, play the clip further from that part that you stopped. Play it further. Do you know where you stopped?
Yeah.
Play it further. When was the last time you heard the
I'd
American
rather view
ambassador
them for what
say,
they are.
stand up? Play it, Baka.
The U.S. government has taken this extraordinary step because extraordinary steps are necessary to tackle the cancer of corruption in Liberia. But ultimately, it will be up to the Liberians and Liberian leaders.
Hold on. The U.S. government has taken these what extraordinary steps because extraordinary steps were necessary. He said, but ultimately, it will be up to the Liberian people to stand up for themselves. You know what the man said? We probably will not do our part, but it will be up to y'all, the Liberian people now, that y'all the one you're up to. That's what the American ambassador said. Ultimately, it will be up to the Liberian people. You hear what the American you what the man said? It will be up to the Liberian people.
To stand up for themselves.
What more do you want the Americans to say? But I play further. Play further. Play.
To take full advantage of this opportunity.
Hey, stop. Okay, keep your hand on the thing. Stop. What did he say? It will be up to the Liberian people to do what? Okay, finish it. Say it.
Full responsibility.
You hear that? To take
full responsibility.
It will be up to the Liberian people to take full responsibility.
Yeah.
You hear the American ambassador? You hear the American ambassador? It will be up to the Liberian people to take full responsibility. Play it further. Play it.
Of this opportunity and to make the kind of fundamental changes that perhaps are more possible now
and do what?
Of these sanctions.
And do what? And demand the kind of fundamental changes that are now made possible because of these sanctions. And do what? Demand the kind of fundamental changes. How do you demand changes, Waka?
The opposition doing it through press releases.
Do you demand changes through press releases, or do you state, oh my God. Waka, play it further.
As they say in Latin, carpe diem, seize the day. Do not let this opportunity slip by.
Stop. Waka, stop.
Don't let this opportunity slip by.
As they say in Latin, carpe diem, seize the moment, seize the day. Do not let the what? This opposition slip. Do not let the what? This opportunity slip
by.
What more do you want the Americans to say or to do? Carpe diem, seize the moment. Do not let this opportunity. What do you think the American ambassador talking about? But guys, we're going to open the phone lines and ask our people, what do you think the American ambassador was talking about? You want to go to sleep? That press release?
Stand up.
Do you think the American ambassador was talking about press releases?
No.
Is that what you think?
Stand up for your right.
Let's hear our people.
All right. 0770-102-102. And the MCC scorecard is up. Liberia failed 11 out of 20. Once again, since 2018, Liberia been failing. So out of 20, the MCC scorecard, Liberia failed 11. 0770-102-102, 86-010-383, 555-102-102. The WhatsApp number is +231-888-624-171. And we just lost $500 million again this year from the MCC. So you see, since 2018, Liberia been failing. This year we failed 11 out of 20. So let's go to the phone line and take this person here. Good morning.
Yeah, Waka Costa, good morning. Thank you so much for the show and the points raised. You know, the American government or the ambassador is very clear. And, you know, they, like what Costa said, they will not carry in the room, they bring women, they do everything for you. You have to stand up and fight for yourself. But Costa, on the contrary, I just want to tell you there are plans, right? You see, all over, everybody knows very well that Joe is campaigning. So there are plans now for for the opposition to move in the city communities. Mind you, you sitting on the fence we are opposition. By the time you start campaigning, they will be the one putting out and they maybe try to send neck against you. So we are watching, but there are plans. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's take somebody from the WhatsApp number here. Good morning.
Good morning, Buakai, and good morning, Costa Show. Good morning to our people. This is Alfred Kunuwa, and I call you from my resident in Iowa, Waterloo.
Go ahead, you're live.
Thank you very much. I listened to my brother Costa this morning. I can see his energy. But let me say this, brother Costa. Our people are not learning from history. That is the reason why you have people like McGill and others will just do things and they just be going scot-free. Look, in Liberia, we killed 13 people. 13 people were killed on the post for corruption. Those people never had their days in court to exonerate themselves. Killed 13 people. We killed Tobo on the assumption of corruption. Not only that, we went to 14 years of civil conflict. 250,000 people died because of the issue of corruption. Today, we are still seeing the issue of corruption permeating in our country. Look, it is time that the opposition rise up to the movement.
Okay,
Look,
thank you so much. I'll take another person. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Yeah, please don't want a receiver in the background. Listen to me through the phone. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, your name is joining us from?
Yes, my name is James Guy and I join you from Freeport.
Welcome.
Yes, of course I said it all. You know what? In the country, brother, we don't have an opposition because all our opposition and we just depending on it and we just lecturing our people about the opposition, but they are very weak and plastic bag. It is a time now for the opposition to stay on their feet and be moving from various communities to the same president we are doing. When you want to state power, you don't need to be sitting down, writing all kind of things on social media. There's not girlfriend and boyfriend, they're not social media talk. Be going to the community, I think they're supposed to be looking for some trap, they post some sunset on it. When you hear the president, we are going to 13 tomorrow. When you leave on that yourself, you go there too, go tell the people. When they get sitting down in a social process, or they get resting on social media, talking all kind of things, even the opposition, and be very careful in the country. I think all will go to the CDC, then we join the CDC, meditate, and be beating them in the corner. Because they're not serious.
Thank you so much. Let's take this other person. Good morning. Your name is joining us from?
Good morning, Boakai. I'm calling you from Los Angeles this morning. My name is Napoleon Sosu. You can have a flat tire and reach to your destination.
True.
You need to tell Boakai to at least leave the young people to do the work. Ome Boakai need to resign now and he need to retire. Because
a different thing talking about not the whole talking about. We're not asking Boakai to retire. We're asking Boakai to step up.
Do the work.
Okay. Thank you so much. Let's take this other person.
We are not with you on that one there, yeah? We're not asking Joe Boakai to retire. We ask him to step up. We don't want him to retire. He will retire after he does his one term. You understand?
Hello? Good morning,
but
Martina. Welcome. Oh, Martina, we just...
The thing is too discouraging. Boakai, how the hell can the Americans sanction these people and Joey are there passing around and playing Yakan?
And Martina, nothing happened, Costa.
Joey has to be acting like nothing happened. Joey has to be campaigning. Joey has to be campaigning. So you mean only we don't want to put fear in Joey?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? They think it's frustrating. The men going from community to community. They put people in buses and trucks and they carrying them all over the place. And they are campaigning while the Americans have sanctioned them and more sanctions are coming. Now the Americans could probably just sit back and say, but what's the point? We sanction these people and guess what? The opposition hasn't even capitalized on it. Why should we continue to sanction them? You heard the words of the American ambassador. Stand up for yourselves. Stand up. He said, fight. He said, Captain. In the words of Latin, seize the moment. Do not
seize the moment.
Slip by. Fight for yourselves. By the time you get up, you say you want to protect Jenna, the Americans will start fighting. They will start issuing statements. We recognize the right of the people to protest. The Americans will do just that. Huh? They will do just that. They will stand up with you. They will support you. And look at us. We're sitting there. Our whole strategy is based on we're hoping.
We are hoping, yeah. 2023 made a decision.
Yeah, we are hoping that we will fail. Is that how you win an election? Is that how you win an election? They don't like me saying these things because, because I don't. But they have to understand this. I don't take instructions from anybody. There was a time I used to, but nobody is my boss. You understand? We support Joseph Boakai for president, but let me tell you this. We are very disappointed in the opposition. We are weak and it is sad. We are weak and it is sad. If CDC, if they were the opposition and the American sanctioned government officials, CDC people would be on the streets today. Seditions would be calling for the government to go. Seditions would be calling for the government to go. They would be calling for the government to go. My man, they say I'm low on the radio. What is that? Can you guys monitor it and fix it? George, it is your work to be paying attention to see. People say we are low on the apps and on the radio. Can you fix it, George? Can you read the comments, follow the stuff, and fix it? If CDC were opposition, you think you will be in peace? You think they will let you be in peace? But it is sad. What are we going to do? So is this an attitude that we're going to go into elections with this attitude, with these gangsters? These people are gangsters. Is this how we expect that we're going to beat them? We're going to go with this laid-back, laissez-faire attitude? That's how we're going to beat CDC and take power from them? Let me tell you what's going to happen, Boakai. Let me tell you what my prediction is. More CDC officials are going to be sanctioned. When the guys are all sanctioned and the UN travel ban coming, let me tell you what they're going to do. They're not going to want to leave power. You know what they're going to say? Let me tell you something. When your man won't beat you, and your man looking for you to beat you, and you run away, and finally you come, your man finish beating you, you can be scared again. What would you be afraid of? You are muted, Walker. What would you be afraid of? The beating that you were supposed to have, they've already beaten you. You have already been whipped. What are you afraid of anymore? You're
Nothing.
Not afraid. You've been beaten. So when more sanctions come on the government people, and the boys realize now that the Americans have sanctioned them, and this is the best the Americans can do, sanction them and not give them money, and these boys will say, oh, but then we are not going to leave power. The same thing with Charles Taylor and people. If the war had not come, with all the sanctions on Taylor and his officials, those boys would not have left power. They would have stayed in power because you know what, Boakai? Because you know what? Those boys, they have said to themselves, but the Americans have turned against us. We are isolated by the international community. So why must we give up power? The only way we can protect ourselves is to stay in power. By all means, what more can they do to us? The government people will say, what more can the international community do to us? You have already sanctioned us. So now all we're going to do is just rig the damn elections and just stay in power. Because what are they going to do? They're going to re-sanction the same people who have already been sanctioned? Is that what they're going to do? They're going to look at John Brown again and sanction him? They're going to look at Paul again and sanction him? They don't do double sanctions. No. So this is what's going to happen. So let's be playing Yankan. When the boys rig the elections, let me tell you this, they are going to do whatever it takes to stay in power because now they are cornered. It's like you go and you try to, do you know when a snake attacks you? A snake attacks you, Boakai. A snake attacks you when it feels threatened. When it feels that you're trying to do harm to it. That is when it attacks you. That is when it attacks you. So, when the boys, they feel cornered. They feel like the Americans are against them. Then the UN sanction, the UN travel ban is coming, which is even worse. They're going to say to themselves, okay, now we're not going to give up power. We'll stay in power. That's what they are going to do. We're going to stay in power. What they're talking about, I am low, I am low, I am low. How is it that I am low?
You are loud here. I don't know what they keep saying. You are loud and clear.
Yeah. Even the TVS man said telling me, we talk about I am low. I am not low. Yeah. Let's go and take let's take some more calls there.
All right, let's take somebody from this line here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, your name is joining us from?
Good morning.
You are live. Your name is calling us from?
Mustafa name calling from station number 50. Sorry for the poor quality of my voice. That's what I start by listening to issues because one time I'm angry with them. My man, yesterday I was frustrated. Hello?
You are live. Go ahead. Conclude quickly, bro.
Yeah, Pedro, I don't want to fight Pedro. The song that people are singing yesterday, so the scholarship to the extent that if you want to start singing yesterday, sanction, no sanction, we'll vote for President. We have people sitting there looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but the opposition not stand up, so the people have to sing the song.
The man got sanction on a government. The man talking about re-election. The man government is sanctioned. The man campaigning. CDC were playing all their campaign songs. Why?
Yeah.
They were playing all their 2017 campaign songs, dancing, celebrating. That's what CDC was doing because they know that we are weak. That's what they know. Let's take some more calls there.
All right. Let's take this person here. 0770-102-102. Let's take Martina Konate. Martina, good morning. Welcome. Good morning, Martina. Hello. I don't know what's happening to your line, Martina. Let's take this person here on the WhatsApp. Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning. Where are you joining us from?
I'm Sunshine. I'm calling from Washington, D.C. The best thing for our people is we have to sanction our own people in the diaspora. They're too relaxed. They need to get up on the streets and protest. The solution, we will sanction our own people back home because we are government is enjoying our money. 25%. Send wave money, Western Union money, and all. We will sanction our own people. And this is my advocacy I will call every day. And these people don't get on the streets for themselves and fight for themselves, we will sanction them. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
They're talking about we'll suspend the people. We are talking about he suspends the people and they will face investigation. We have set up 15 or more commissions to investigate. What has come out of any of those investigations?
Nothing.
Who's going to investigate these people who have been sanctioned? Please tell me who's going to investigate them?
It wasn't indicated. No, it wasn't indicated.
Who's going to investigate them? It's nonsense. Talking about we will investigate the individuals because we knows that the opposition is weak. That is why he does these things. When the COP stood up, was on his knees. They were calling ECOWAS and the UN to beg. Have you all forgotten? When we stood up, they were calling ECOWAS to beg. The UN to beg us. They were on their knees begging us. But today we are not on his knees. We is at the top. And we are on our knees. We're on our bellies. Because we're weak. And I wanted to tell our people the truth this morning. The MCC knew the scorecard for Liberia, 2022 MCC scorecard is out. Liberia failed in 11 and passed in 9. So we failed.
Yeah.
Liberia failed.
We lost.
will not get money from the MCC, which is the Millennium Challenge Corporation of the United States government, created by an act of legislation in 2004 with a new philosophy towards aid given by the United States government, where you must pass in a number of areas, what they call indicators, in order for you to qualify to receive MCC money. So we failed.
We lost 500 million.
Political rights, access to capital, healthcare, and all those areas, we failed. 11 other, you have a total of 20 indicators. We failed in 11. We passed in 9. Liberia failed again. Every single year since has been in power, Liberia has failed. In the Millennium Challenge Corporation program, we have failed. 2 years ago, when we fail, we are asked for the Americans to send us a study class teacher. That's what the people asked for. Send us a study class teacher so that they can help us pass. That's what we are did. Send us a study class teacher. And the man is so naive that he thinks that the MCC is a program where in order for you to pass, you got to go and study. No, in order for you to pass, you got to improve the overall conditions in the country in every freaking sector. There are 20 areas that you are graded. Every year you're given a scorecard. Last year, Sierra Leone passed and they received $400 million. It doesn't mean everything is rosy in Sierra Leone. No, but the Sierra Leoneans make the deliberate effort to improve. But Liberia, we don't.
We lost 500. We lost 500 million this time around again.
Well, we lose hundreds of millions every year because the government is so corrupt, they are so ineffective that they fail to do the things that need to be done in order for us to pass. And then what does the opposition do? We just sit there. These are things that we should be capitalizing on. These are things that's what opposition politics is all about. You got to agitate, you got to oppose, you got to recommend, you got to propose, and you got to be radical. But clearly, we are not up to the task. We are weak. We're not up to the task. And today, I will tell you all over and over and over again that we're not fit to be leading the opposition or to be in the opposition because we are weak. That is the truth. Some of you may not like what I say, but it is your business. It is the truth, and the truth hurts. Oh, the truth hurts. We will not just speak the truth to the people in power. We will speak the truth to ourselves. What are you waiting for? How can you call yourself an opposition leader and you're sitting there and the Americans are telling you stand up and protest? The Americans are telling you to stand up and protest and you're sitting there. The Americans that you cry on every day, oh America, oh America. America has delivered.
Yeah, every day we're going to protest in front of the American embassy.
America has delivered. America has delivered. What are you doing? They may say, don't let this opportunity slip by. These are the words of the American ambassador. He said, Carpe diem, seize the moment. How are you seizing the moment? Let's go back and take some more calls. How are you seizing the moment?
True press releases.
These hoodlums and talks in power, you want to play diplomacy with them? The boys don't care. The boys are campaigning. While the Americans are sanctioning them, they are campaigning. Yeah, yesterday I watched a little bit of Joe we are speaking, talking about give me 6 more years. The job that I'm doing, the good job I'm doing for you now, give me 6 more years so I can finish it. Finish what?
What a job. What a job.
The manner of hardship in this country, have we ever seen this in a hell of a long time? Have we seen this?
No.
The manner of hardship we're experiencing in Liberia today, the degradation of our people, have we seen this? I don't blame Georgia, I blame the opposition. If you are waiting for Henry Costa, the COP, to call a protest, you are mistaken. We will not do that. As long as I, Henry Pedro Costa, am chairman of the COP, the only organization in Liberia history that has called the largest peaceful protest, we will not call a protest. We will not do the dirty work for opposition leaders. Let me repeat, we in the COP will not do the dirty work for opposition leaders.
For them to enjoy.
As I am chairman of the COP, we will not call a protest to do the dirty work for opposition leaders. Let's go back to the phone lines. We will not do that. These are my words.
Yeah, let them.
We will not call a protest.
All right, let's take this person on the line. Good morning. Good morning. All right, we just missed up. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, brother. And good morning to Petro.
Your name, where are you calling us from?
Yes, my name is Martin, man. I'm calling from the ground to Capital.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Petro, this morning, maybe almost tears coming from my eyes because in the corner, we favor our opposition leaders for people, Mr. Promise, for them to come and walk around to our people to make our case. They don't want to do it. Petro, you can remember when you make a we should be one of those streets, that's not because of the country. So we have all people in jail and you ever you have to free up. Give it back to our real estate business. They still wrap up on whatever the country to be good, but opposition leaders, they are too weak. And we enjoy the heritage of culture. I don't want to tell you, heritage of culture will cry every day because you got on the ground. If you on the ground, we know that everything will be strong on the ground for the like people, every culture. We beg you, please make it and come back home.
Thank you so much. Let's take somebody from this line. Good morning. Like he said, you're not doing anything for anybody.
Good morning, Boyka. Good morning, Boyka.
Yep, your name
This is Mr. Booty Trigger. How you doing, sir?
Go ahead, you're live.
Yeah. Firstly, I like to tell Costa, my brother Costa, to cool off. Yeah. The opposition going to do nothing. The people are weak, very weak. Joseph Boyka will not do anything. President Yuri not going to do anything. Alexander Comey is not going to do anything. Yomri Kanga Lawyer is not going to do anything. The people are weak. I'm not telling Costa to carry on protests or anything, to do anything. Costa is right. But Costa reminds me a lot of the late Charles Walter Bronski during the heat of the Liberian crisis. When Charles Taylor was in country, it was the man who took to be brave and enter Robert City with ATU. That's the day I started loving Charles Walter Bronski. Costa did the same thing when he went for the protest. He entered the country. Even they said they were going to kill him. These opposition leaders, if anybody was to take the stage, they will win the show from Joseph Boyka. Because the people are yearning for somebody to take them through. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Let's take this.
Let the people speak, Boyka. Let the people speak now. Well, I have said enough. I will say no more. Let the people speak.
Your name is joining us from?
Yeah, the name is Musa El Keita, and I do join from addition number 2 residents.
Go ahead.
You see, let me commend Chairman Henry Pedro Costa for the discussion this morning, and he knew it well. The opposition is not serious. Mr. Weah and his gangs are all jokers, and the opposition themselves are jokes, while Weah and his people are jokers. Weah is still joking. Like the United Party described it, this is just a cosmetic suspension. Weah is not taking it serious because he's still talking about allegations. What is the opposition doing? This is what we continue to say. 2023 is not about let's remove George Weah. It is about replacing Weah with a better vision. Somebody who is ready to take the lead, not to repeat what Mr. Weah is doing.
Right.
So the opposition needs to be serious.
Thank you so much. Let's take this other person. Peter, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good morning, Aaron. Good morning, Boyka. I want to thank you. This is Peter Cito Jr. calling from Minnesota, Minneapolis. It's so sad this morning. The opposition is making some of us in the diaspora who just kind of watching. They stay sleeping in a wet dream. The American people have taken cold ash and wasted on them. Wake up. They stay sleeping. Very, very weak. I wish people would listen and join Yeke Konva. Because leader not going to make any pronouncement. If I'm not waiting for, he will not make that pronouncement. Let him be in Liberia and sitting and looking at Georgia playing football with them.
All right, Peter, thank you. Let's take this other person. We just messed up on our caller. Let's come and take Martina Konate, Costa Princess. Martina, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Boyka. Good morning, the leader. Good morning, the many listeners. Today, I offer no introduction. Leader, I tell God to beg you, Papa. Can we cease the movement?
No.
Leader, let me forget about opposition. Let me cease the movement. Leader, you have to reconsider your decision. We are not looking for the man. So next on the three that will be in the race. These people have shown to us.
We're not going to see no moment. We will support them, but we're not going to protest.
Everything for you to be the scene. Then we seize the movement and take full control comes Sunday 23. We are
no, we will not support them, Martina.
People want us to speak. How do people want us now to really act in this country here? The people lay down the CPS that were CDC, telling them they won't want to tour. They still get the people chance to be passive, right? Freedom to be telling our people nonsense. Look at the people talking in the country tour they're going on. They lie to the people while the opposition saying that they are hateful. When they come up with one press statement, it's finished. Leader, I say God will back you. I am ready for you to go for God to really knock you down tonight. And tell you that you should cease the movement so 2023 will take forward. Enough is enough. We sick and tired.
Thank you so much. Let's take DJ Lomé on this line. DJ Lomé, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. Boyka, let me say good morning to you. Let me say good morning to our leader, Henry Pedro Costa. Costa, we are in a mess. We're in trouble in this country. Look, Omer Boaka, you know the man let the diplomacy business. You won't be diplomat. And CDC is not a party that can be diplomat way.
Exactly.
That problem. You listen to the former vice president from Nuka. He said, now CDC want to take us. Hey, president, we are can't act to sack the eyes. They will expel you because United Party done it before. So I'm begging you, Costa. Look, my president, the former vice president, Omen Boakai, that two people say they won't take care. And they got CDC will not use iron hand, they will not move. America already got a green light. If I was right to protest, that guy should be out of government. On roads.
Okay,
thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Let's take this other person. Good morning. Good morning. Your name, where you joining us from?
Good morning, Boakai.
Yeah, your name. Where you calling from?
There's the voice of Usman M. Berete. I call from Jason number 2.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. Costa, listen to me. All the protests that Costa have been calling, from June 7 all the way to January 6th. If you attest to it, some of us will put online. I'm not a member of the CCOP. I'm a member of the Unity Party. But you see, this morning I've listened to people, the Ubuntu wing, they don't come for protest, radical stairs. No, listen to me. The very people are different type of people of color. Just recently, you are one of it. When the senatorial by-election in November, when Joe Biden came on and made that statement to say, if the United Party candidate is denied, there will be no election. They see the people go on and they say, Biden want to bring trouble in this country. The last time out, when the United Party came up, we were.
That's what you listen to? That's what you listen to?
That's what you listen to?
Listen to me. I'm just making a reference. I'm not saying this is what I'm doing.
You that say you hello.
Listen to me.
No, listen to me. You listen to me. You listen to me. You understand? You that say you are part of the Unity Party and you guys are there, handful there, all of these things happening. Why can't you seize the moment? You have to wait for people that are sitting down or what will be criticized, what will be undermined. You have to take the control, responsibility, and move before the other people can join you. Don't mind the side war talks. You know that.
I listen to what you are saying. I'm listening to you. I'm not saying that we are going to listen to the people. You understand what I'm saying? The issue here is very simple. You see, some of us, why we decided to put our and sit down when Costa organized.
Then don't do nothing. Then just sit down.
All right,
people are not serious people. That's
okay, let's sit down, bro. Let's sit down.
Then just sit down now. Then don't run. You shouldn't be running for president. Do you think 2023 will be simple? They will just take it and give it to you? Is that what you think? You think John will just take it and give it to you? Do you seriously think this CDC boys will give you power easily? Usman Belete, you think John after all the things that they've done to the country, you think they will just take power and hand it to you in 2023? More sanctions are coming, Usman. After these boys have been sanctioned left and right, they are not going to want to leave power. Because power is the only thing that will protect them. The only shield, the only protection they will have will be power, political power. You think they're going to just take power and give it to you after they all have been sanctioned? Is that what you think? Usman, Baga, please tell George, the people are saying the volume on the Martino, the apps are low. They say the volume is low on the apps. Let him check the apps.
They are here listening to you, Costa, George, Tevez, and other people there.
Some people are still complaining.
Let's take this person. Let's take Uncle Mark. Uncle Mark, good morning. Welcome.
Morning, Buckeye, morning to my brother Henry. And I understand from where Henry is speaking, and I understand that people need to rise up there. People like him can add a voice. But Henry, you understand, for me, I'm a spiritual person, so I always like to look at it spiritually. God called people at a particular dispensation. If you see through the Bible from Adam all the way down to all the judges and the kings in Israel, to the days of Barcos Mafia in Liberia, to Abba Port, God called people at a dispensation. And Heaven should know this time is his time. Everyone needs to understand that God.
You are alive, Uncle Mark. Go ahead.
Let me say something to my brother. Is he still on?
No, he left. Okay, I don't
Oh,
know.
we're sorry. We're sorry we lost our dear big brother, Mike Fire David. You know, Mike is family, family. You know, bro, I will say this to you. Like, you know better than most people do the kind of risk, the kind of threats that I received to my life when we called the June 7th protest and the January 6th protest. You know the risk that we took. You know what we've lost. We lost our radio station. We lost so many. Mike, at this point in my life, I'm not prepared to take all those risks for politicians. I'm not prepared to do that. I am sorry. I'm not prepared to do that. I will support, but I will not take any risk to my life for politicians. I will not do that. They must do it for themselves. They want to lead the people, they must do it for themselves. I will not to take any risk to my life to help a politician. I'm sorry, Mike, that you are a brother of your family, and I'm telling you that. I will not take any risk. What kind of threats were not made to me? You come here, we'll kill you. People threaten me. I went to Liberia. There were people who tried to attack me. People who tried to kill me at the protest ground. We arrested them. People tried to kill me. So, Mike, I will not do that. I will not do that. I'm sorry. We will continue to advocate for the people to vote. We will continue to support Joseph Boakai. But going beyond that to take risk, the kind of risk that I attracted to myself. And then while we were taking the risk, what were the very opposition people doing?
They're on the money. They're on the money.
They were undermining me.
Yeah.
They were issuing statements.
Mm-hmm.
Their boy, you're too frisky. Their boy is this. Their boy is that.
He becoming powerful too much.
He's becoming too powerful. So, Mike, I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. I don't love anybody more than myself. I don't love anybody more than myself. I will not take any risk for anybody. No, I will support you, but I will not risk my life for you. George, we are a people who rig the elections because their plan is if these boys take us out of office, they will go after us. If these boys take us, look, the thing is simple, man. If you are, listen to me, if you are an opossum, okay, you know why the opossum can take 2 holes?
Yeah.
The one hole is the one it uses every day to go to go home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The other hole, it conceals that hole. It camouflages that hole.
Mm-hmm.
That is the escape hole. So that we used to hunt opossum when we were living in the village. When you see the Bogaba Hill and you see that opossum lives in that Bogaba Hill, what do you do first before you start smoking the hole? You go and you look for the second hole.
Yeah, brush around the entire place.
You gotta brush around the entire Bogaba Hill. Bogaba knows the thing, man. You gotta brush around the entire hill so that you find the escape hole. What do you put there to the escape hole?
You put a lot of things.
Bag.
Yeah.
You can put the bag there because you know that when you will escape, you put the bag there. You steal it. Then you start smoking it from the meat hole. Then you stand into the other hole where you got a bag with a stick in your hand because you're ready to beat it when it comes outside. So these boys, their escape hole is to rig the election. They are like opossum. The Americans are smoking it because we are not the ones smoking them. Who's smoking them, Bogga? Is the Americans. The Americans are smoking them. So when the Americans smoke them, good from the other side. So why do you think they're gonna escape? Amen. Let's steal it. Let's steal the election. Let's steal the election. Who come and leave? What the Americans will do all again? Nothing.
Nothing. They already finished doing what all they're supposed to do.
Thank you. They finished sanctioning us. They finished doing this. They finished doing that. So let's steal the election. Let me tell you something. That is their plan. They will steal the election. Take some more calls.
All right.
I'm issuing statement. We call on the Americans. Let me hear you talking about we call on Americans. What Americans not do for all you, Bagay? What thing they gonna do for you, man?
The American ambassador said, "Well, I play the man voice again, man. I beg you, play the voice one more time before we go back to the phone line. Play the American ambassador voice. Seize the moment. Stand up for yourself. Play it.
Yep,
You're playing your time. You think how you can take power, you go lay down and sleep, then you wake up, then you be, then they sing the national anthem, bam, 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 bam. You think how you get wet? Play.
The phone.
You got it, thing?
I get it, but you know, it come on my WhatsApp. And
Yeah,
people,
take some calls here, but I know, talk to the people. Talk to the people. We'll play later. Take the people's call.
Let's take this person here. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, good morning, Henry. This is Daniel James from Iowa. One thing people not getting the leader this morning is not refusing to support any institution or any opposition party coming up with the idea of, protest or pressure on the government. But it's just like he is not doing it. Why can't people understand about that? He will use this platform, he will use this microphone to support, to promote whatever means he can for people to put pressure on this government, especially after this information that came out just 2 days ago. But he's just not going in front of the whole things. People need to understand that. We have a lot of opposition party in the country for us to do something, to get up and stand up for ourselves. Like the ambassador says, seize the moment. There's a whole lot of. Look at today. I hear that Cummings coming stand over the microphone and what he gonna say? We condemn it. We condemn it. We condemn it. Lead the people to a ground where we can show ourselves and protest against the government to say what they're doing is wrong. The leader will use a microphone. He will use his vote to promote whatever it is for us to put the pressure behind this government. People need to stand up. The opposition need to stand up. This is the moment. If they don't seize this moment, it pass. Few more to the election. This government will just be getting more powerful and more powerful and more powerful.
Thank you. Let's take another person.
Okay, we are here. People are stealing all the money. They have the money. We don't have money, but you know what we have? We have the people. So what do you do, Baka?
You make use of them.
What do you have at your disposal? You have the people.
You make use of them.
You don't have money. You have the people. But the people can scare the government in power. Use the people.
But the people made up the government, Costa.
The people need leadership. Lead the people. The American ambassador said, seize the moment. Stand up for yourself. Don't let this opportunity slip by. That's what he said. But okay, I ask yourself, what do you think? What do people think the American ambassador was talking about? Press statement?
Is the come out with press release?
Wait. Did they think that the American ambassador was talking about press release?
Yeah.
The American ambassador was saying, don't let the moment pass, issue press release or call press conference. You think that what the American ambassador was talking about? Press release? You're all right. Hey, let's go take some more calls. But imagine what it would look like. Tiawan Gonglo, Alice Cummings, Joseph Boakai line up at a press conference and calling for a nationwide, giving the government an ultimatum. Do X, Y, and Z. If not, in 2 weeks, or in 1 week, we will call for a nationwide protest. Jesus Christ, Jovia will get scared. Anything you say, Jovia will do.
Let's take this person on the line.
Good morning, brother.
Yeah, good morning. Your name, where joining us from?
Thank you, brother. My name is Chuman David, and I join you from Newfoundland this morning. What are the issues? You know, one thing leader said this morning, leader Petro, I want to agree with the Liberian people. We need to stand for ourselves. You know, when the leader always taking the lead to bring pressure to this government, the people in the opposition can be saying, why leader want to prove? When the leader want to take part of the glory. So leader is giving the authority up to them now. Why is the opposition who is very, very talented in making things happen? So what does they get a rational occasion to take the test? You know, these guys are corrupting our country every day. There are more names to come. They
Then they pass them around campaigning while they're stealing from others, sanctioning them.
They are investing our money. They are making us suffer.
All
So
right.
that's an occasion as an opposition political party and group to teach them we are government lesson.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's take
Oh,
this.
Bogai, Joe has to be campaigning. Joe has to go let somebody not die for him. Eh? He's not to be campaigning.
The chief
in
of
the
office
face
staff.
of this.
Yeah, he office boy.
The chief of staff. The
Yeah,
solicitor general. The son, Begubet Junior, sanction. Then he campaigning. And then the pastor right jubilating. Why we sit down like this with our hands folded between our legs? Let's take some more.
Good morning.
Good morning, Boaka. This is Pastor Charles Aku. I'm calling from New Jersey. And I want to speak to my youngest brother, Henry Costa, directly. Henry, this is for you. God had chosen you. It was not you chose yourself, one. And it was not Liberian that chose you. Listen to me, King, and very quietly, and you're going to get it. George Weah have been defeated since then. The man called Pharaoh, you are defeated. So all the warning that God gave him, because God had prepared him to damage he and his army in the river, the Red Sea, he never listened to none. Because he depended on the God that cannot work. John, we have been defeated. Henry, whether you stand up with the Liberian people, whether politicians stand up with them, God will deliver Liberia before 2023.
Okay,
yeah,
Pastor.
thank you.
All right, Pastor.
Bye.
Thank you. Amen.
Well, one thing I know about God, I'm a big believer in God.
Yeah.
My faith is in God. But here's what I know about God. God does not do for you what you must do for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The Bible says what? There's no food for a lazy man. The Bible, there's a story in the Bible that talks about the people who burn the midnight oil. That's what the Bible says. The Bible says the people who were sleeping at night and the people who were up. God does not do for you what you must do for yourself.
Can you hear me?
Welcome.
Good morning, Baka. Good morning, Pedro. Liberian people, please listen to my voice. Costa is not denying that he's not going to join the people, but he's saying that
they must leave us.
The opposition should stand up to fight. The American have come, they have said it, stand up and fight. This is the moment, seize the moment. And as a mobilizing and recruitment chair of the East Coast of Unity Party in Canada, I'm calling on my leaders to come out with a statement to ask the Liberian people to join the August 24 peaceful march in Liberia. We have to stand up. We have to stand up. Costa has said, Costa have said it. So what else do you want? The American ambassador has said it. Honorable Joseph M. Boakai, Honorable Kepa, the diaspora chairman, Honorable Tape in Liberia, you all come out and call the United Partisans to stand out on August 24. You all need to come out. This is time. We need to seize the moment.
All right. Thank you so much.
God will not come down to campaign for us or to fight for us. He will not do that.
Good morning.
God is too busy in heaven.
Yep, you might join us from.
Tell us the Lord the volume of
the receiver. Okay. If you call.
Why, hold on there. Let me say something. God loves us. God is so good that he loves even the bad people, he loves them. God loves we are too. Who made we are? That God. Why do you think God gives everybody the opportunity to repent and come to him? Jesus Christ came and died for us so that we may be saved. John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, That's for whosoever believeth in him shall not die, but shall have everlasting life. So redemption, anybody can be redeemed. So because of that, God does not pick and choose. God loves us all. He loves the wicked, he loves the good. So you must stand up for yourself. God will not stand up for you. As the American ambassador said, the Americans will not come from America to protest for us. The Americans will not arrest our officials and put them in jail. The Americans will not demand. Did you hear the American ambassador demand that the government should make changes or they should fire the people?
No, he said it's left with the president. The decision is left with the president to
That's
make
what he
that.
said.
Yeah.
He said this is an opportunity to demand the changes that need to be made. This is a moment that you have. Do not let it slip by. The American ambassador spoke to the government and for the most part, spoke to the opposition and to the Liberian people. Politics is not a laid-back game. All over the world, you must fight. Politics is not a lackadaisical game where you relax and you hope that and pray that things will happen for you. God does not work that way. God is not involved in politics. Well, don't people know that? God is not involved in politics. No. God leaves you to fight for yourself. He made you, okay? He gave you the skills. He gave you the ability to communicate yourself. He gave you knowledge, and you fight for yourself. He does not come down from heaven, or he does not send angels to fight for you. Today,
all right.
We're going to talk about this. Tomorrow, we're not talking about this. I decided that we're going to dedicate today to discuss this. What will you do? Every day we say we want the Americans to act. Last year, March, I broke the word that sanctions were coming. Even most of you in the opposition did not even believe me. You said I was lying. But do you know there were many opposition people who were making mockery of me that I was lying?
Mm-hmm.
They said I was lying, that there will be no sanctions. Do you know the people some of us have access to and the people we talk to, the information we get? Many of you in the opposition, even your opposition leaders, some of you don't even have access to that sort of information. We know things that many of you don't even know. We are the ones that come and break things to you and say X, Y, and Z. Right now, I'm telling you, the U.S. government, through the American ambassador to the United Nations, Lena Thomas Greenfield, is working to ensure that UN travel ban will be imposed on Liberian government officials.
Very soon.
Travel ban will be imposed on Liberian government officials. Yesterday, I read a document to you that was signed on the 14th of June. Liberia signed that document among 46 other countries. Liberia made them 47 to condemn China's human rights records. And that is what provoked the Chinese to say that they are going to work with the Americans to bring sanctions, UN travel ban. The UN travel ban is worse than the Magnitsky sanction. Just so you know, the UN travel ban is worse than the Magnitsky sanction. UN travel ban means you can't go to Freetown, you can't go to Ghana. When you are sick, you have to write the UN headquarters in New York. If you need to go abroad for medical treatment, you have to write the UN headquarters in New York. It takes 3 to 6 months to process, to review and process your request for a waiver on medical grounds. The UN travel ban is no joke. Do you know how many child seller people got sick and died in Liberia because they couldn't go abroad for treatment? Let me tell you something. Today, I'm going to break something to you. Prepare yourselves. Today, a team from the United States is meeting with the people, the committee that awards the world best award. Ballon d'Or, the world best title. They are meeting with them today to tell them to consider revoking the world best title from George Weah because he is associated with warlords and because his government has killed people and they've committed terrible human rights violations. Let me repeat myself. Today, a team from the United States is meeting with the people in Switzerland to consider revoking George Weah's world best title. They award that again. Because they are making claims that Weah is associated with warlords, people who have committed terrible, atrocious human rights violations, and that his government has killed people and they violated people's human rights. Today, I know they're gonna say that's a lie. Costa is lying again. Today, they are meeting with them. You know, when I say these things, they say, oh, they fucking lie, they fucking lie. Today, as in today's date, they are meeting with them.
The 17th of August.
They have they not revoked Aung San Suu Kyi, the woman from Myanmar, was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize, the world's most prestigious award. They revoked it from her. Aung San Suu Kyi. You think they can get you? There's a guy called Anthony Siasia. And you all know football. I don't know football. There's a guy called Anthony Siasia. Anthony Siasia, that same year when George Weah was awarded the world best title, Anthony Siasia came, I think he was 4th place in the ranking. He was 4th place in the ranking, Anthony Siasia. So the proposal is that if and when they revoke it from George Weah, they would have to give it to the African guy, Anthony Siasia, because they say Weah is associated with human rights violations. His government is committing atrocious crimes against humanity. People mysteriously die. The Americans have compiled a dossier and they've taken it to the people.
Switzerland.
This is the man that holds your world best title. And companies like Nike, who are sponsors of FIFA, and they are telling them, is this the man you want to be associated with? This man holds the world. That's how the Americans, when the Americans are ready for you, that's how they go. Play with the Americans. Play with Uncle Sam. There's so many things we know, we can't say it all. Anthony Siasia. Who knows Anthony Siasia? You, where are the football fanatics? Where are you? Today, as in today, they are meeting with the committee to discuss with them to withdraw George Weah's world best title because he is associated with gruesome atrocities against humanity and he is friends with warlords like Prince Johnson.
A criminal as Edwin Snow with a B nose.
Today, Samson Siasia, thank you. His name is Samson Siasia. He's from Nigeria. That same year when George Weah won the world best, Samson Siasia came 3rd or 4th place. He's the one they are saying, if you take it from him, you can give it to the guy, Samson Siasia. Today, can you imagine? You haven't seen what you have done. When these people were ready for Manuel Noriega, the president of Panama, who was selling drugs, and Americans said, we know you're selling drugs. And he said, no, that's not true. I'm not selling drugs. George Bush, the senior, not the junior, sent a team, Navy SEAL. They landed there on their at Panama. He ran away into the Catholic compound. The Americans mounted large speakers outside of the Catholic compound, and they were blasting music until they put him outside. The Catholic people couldn't even pray. And they brought Manuel Noriega to America, 1989. December 24th, I believe, they brought him to America. They went and arrested a president of a country and brought him because he was sending drugs to America. Yes, Samson Siasia, that's the guy. How do you think? I don't follow football. How do you think? Today, they're meeting with them. Please revoke the world best title for George Weah. They've done it to so many other players. He came 4th place, eh? How do you think I know that? Do I follow football statistics? Samson Siasia came 4th place that year. 1995, the year they gave George Weah the world best title. So the Americans have proposed to them to say, take it from George Weah and give it to Samson Siasia. Because George Weah has his hands stained with blood. He's engaged in all kinds of terrible crimes against humanity, massive corruption. People are getting murdered left and right under his watch as president of the country. Mark my words, you will hear the news that efforts are being made to revoke George Weah's world best title and to give it to Samson Siasia. Do you know why they're saying Samson Siasia? The guys who came 2nd and 3rd, they're saying no. If we take it from him, we have to give it to another African. So it can't be the European guys. Because that's the only African who's won the world best title. So if we take it from him, we have to give it to an African guy. And the only African guy on the list that year was Samson Siasia of Nigeria. How do you think I know these things? How do you think I knew for a fact and I said it definitively that sanctions will come? Do you think we lie? You said we're lying when we told you sanctions were coming. Sanctions came and more sanctions will come. We told you we were trying to get Jacinta to America as a guest of the United States government. Did it not happen? It happened. We're telling you now today. What's today's date? Well, guy, what's today's date? What's today's date? Tell me, please.
The 17th of August.
17th of August, Wednesday, 2022. I am telling you, the United States government has dispatched a team to Switzerland to discuss with the FIFA folks to revoke George Weah's World Best title and give it to the only African guy on the list that year who came fourth place, Samson Siasia. I don't know the guy. I don't follow football. How do you think I know these things? Let's go back to the phone lines and take some more calls. There are lots of things that we know. We don't say it all. The Americans want to scrape George Weah bare naked so that he does not win another election. That is their strategy, and I support them 100%. But look at how people are sitting there. You're doing absolutely nothing. You're waiting for the Americans to come and do everything for you. Prepare yourselves. You will hear this very soon. Samson Siasia is being considered to, when the World Best title is revoked from George Weah, they're going to consider giving it to Samson Siasia. Let's go back and take some more calls. And you're wondering, would that be the first time they've done such a thing? They've done it with the Nobel Peace Prize, which is the even more important award than the World Best title. They took it from Aung San Suu Kyi. They've also taken it from, I believe, a few other people. They can give you an award and they can take it back. They can take it back.
Let's take this person on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, Barker. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Yes. I wish there was scripted everything the best for him too as well. Because Judge Weah don't care about the people who voted for him, who make him president when he wasn't qualified. Because all the time, Oguson did not have to tell the Liberian people that Magie was stealing, or all the Bill Traore or all the other people was stealing. The Liberian people been talking about it. He did nothing. But when Oguson said something before he put out his story, suspension that he said he did before he did it. I mean, he cares nothing about the Liberian people who put it up there. And there's nothing Chief of Staff would be doing that you don't know about. He's going to be the last one because he's untouchable right now because he's president. So he shouldn't sit there and think and say that people don't know what he's doing for him to be acting a suspension. Those people have been fired. The Liberian people have been telling you couldn't do it, but someone open your mouth or say something before you do it. You don't give a damn about the Liberian people.
Thank you so much. Let's take this other person. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning. Where am I joining you from?
My name is Tony Umar, and I call you from District 15, Welcome. Yeah, let me appreciate that for the discussion that actually all this comment. The reason we need to work on the thing is that even the suspension that President we are key aspect of society, we did that by the direct recommendation of the very people. They made recommendation to him. That decision did not come from him. That decision did not come from the person who have to go and pay. It cannot be a secretary and make recommendation of what punishment you will undertake after you have been sanctioned for stealing our money. So there's a rule that we have to work on. Protest against people and demand the government to tell them to go. Let them go. Let them go. Because the recommendation comes from that. We are not making the election to be enjoyment. Let them wait for what you guys can do. They recommend to me.
All right, thank you so much. Let's take business Eman Sharif. Good morning. Good morning, business. Let me echo for you. Wow, the phone lines are busted. Hello? Let's take the person.
Just take another caller. Bogai, please.
Good morning.
Yep, your name, are you calling from?
Yeah, Bogai, let me say good morning to you. My name is Tibet, and I call you from the street this morning. Look, let me say this. Our opposition have to be 2 years. Because many of us is supporting the opposition and we depending on them to make this government. You know what happened once when the opposition come up with a mass protest?
maintain the presence of the main session guys. If not so, for me, I've done a CDC, we are falling and I'll be in the Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. Let's take this other caller here on the line. Good morning. That person call isn't calling. See. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning, brother.
Good morning. Your name, where you calling from?
Yeah, brother, you know the van table from the yes, and let me comment and people are in your podcast. And I will why I say that come down to we should look at this or logical perspective. Why is it that this government are always succeeded in a market as a way of driving the people to the shape the league of the you don't see the but what happening is people come and take the money for us and they come with it what happening so I want that way.
Thank you. I'll take Omode Critical Johnson. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, and I pray that you, my leader, and my people will having and Joe. This is the first time South it is clear. Set up my dear see the share was loud. You're talking a lot. Today is American. Everyone is a God to be a serious problem. Just making the way I eat. That's it. Like my our there's nothing now to worry about. Nothing to live our life. And you suffer. Not come on to see because I will see what comes. Because you know what? People say the thing that is and now we can hear the running how you people better will go to that. Nothing more. Nothing. But it's now
I'm almost line is bad. Don't keep it on for too long. Then, you say you've had 300 calls. Wow.
300 missed calls on my phone.
300 missed calls. Wow. Yeah, Baga just sent me a screenshot of his call log. 300 missed calls. Take some more calls, Baga.
That's only on the WhatsApp. So
wait. That's 300 missed calls only on the WhatsApp.
Yep. On the WhatsApp. Let's take this
300 missed calls.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, and to you, Baga, and to Lilo Herman Costa. My name is Thomas Kumen. I call from Upper Carway. So, to be real, when you critique what Martina said, Costa Princess, since indeed you have concluded and understand the fact that there is no opposition, I mean, to fight back for the people. And if you listen to that pastor who always called me and he said, what I got to you, that gift of bringing people together. So you must see the moment now. See the moment now and declare your intention now as we speak. And then whatever process or activity you got or plans you got, we can all follow you and run through. Because it's so happening. The American has said everything. Nothing that they give me, they will not come vote for you. So if we don't have a leader that will stand before the ruling party and speak on the national issues, then who should do it? You will understand. So it better come now.
All right.
That's the call. Everybody.
Thank you so much. Let's take this person. Good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Welcome.
Good morning. The reception on the line. But I guess about you. I like to know when you say you your food. I want to get 70 because I have four. Good morning. I'm good morning. Yes, let me tell you. You been declining my call for what reason? So what on the show?
Let me tell you.
You not get through now. So talk now.
On S, who said a new on the session list? Because we have very money. Why of course 70 times the beginning that declining my call. You need to sell my number. You like more than moment Johnson as a call. Why you're not?
All right. All right, my man, we miss you, man.
See what's your problem? The game that God gave you. Don't allow people behind you to lead you astray. Labrador depending on you today, Labrador depending on you tomorrow. Don't allow people to tell you things that will not help the Labrador people. God sent you to help the Labrador people. Do the Labrador people work. Call for protest, then Labrador go forward. That's all I'm going to say. I've been monitoring the show, but you know I'm working. Don't tell you I'm working. I need to also. So the reason why
we're going to Labrador December.
Thank you for your hard work.
December we will be in Liberia by God's grace. In fact, it is so. Just so you know, we've already bought plane tickets. We're coming with a delegation of 15 people so far. For now, the number is 15. We are coming to Liberia. It is signed and sealed, and God Himself has approved it. We will be in the country. We will be home. And for me, it's not just a visit. We're coming home, and we're coming to revamp the COP and become more dynamic and forceful, and we're coming. That much I can say to you. What happens between now and the time we come, I do not know. But one thing I can say to you is that we will be in Liberia very soon, in December, in a few months' time. I miss home so much. I cannot wait to see my comrades and my people, and it will be a beautiful thing when we touch the soil of Liberia on that very, very, very beautiful day that I know it will be. Oh, yes, I cannot wait. We will be in Liberia. We've bought our plane ticket, our tickets. We are on our way, a delegation of 15. 15. The number could be higher, but for now, the number is 15. Let's go back to the lines and take some more calls there, boy. Okay? Let's take some more calls there. We've got 5 more minutes to go. We're going to take some more calls there. I love the country. I love the people so much. So much.
Good morning. Yeah, your name is calling us from?
Yeah, I'm Maris Spencer Blocker and calling from Joseph Township.
Go ahead.
You know, Blocker, I've been following you across town since you showed. Now, I want to agree with your analysis, both of you analysis. Now, the opposition with ourselves, the competition is just too much, to be very honest with you. Because we cannot sit at this contemporary time and the very guys who have been social media and the rest of the other people, they are parading and cajoling our people, and they are sitting on democratic source. Now, why you are social and that will vote for you? I mean, you see the petrol program on a very wicked thing, to be honest with you. Sometimes people around the world wonder what sort of people are we? Okay, so for the opposition to sit with our heels between our legs and these spectators to the unfolding, is that more broadly? I agree with you across time more when I said the opposition should stand up. If not, then we are not prepared to test the power and then we should forget about wasting our energy and resources like campaigning. Thank you, Blocker.
Thank you. Let's take this person. Good morning, Gabriel. Good morning, Gabriel.
Good morning, Boagai, and good morning to the transformational leader of the COP. Good morning, Boagai. Am I audible?
You are live. Go
Loud
ahead.
and clear, Gabriel. Good morning from South Korea, or good evening.
Yeah, okay. Good evening, Leader Henry Pedro Costa. So thank you so much for the recognition. Let me just say this. You know, often in business, your competitor will always hinge on your weakness in order to sustain competitive advantage over you. But if your competitor is so dull and cannot recognize your weakness to exploit it in his own advantage, then you become relaxed. And that's what happened to President Weah. President Weah is relaxed and he's trivializing all these things that are happening to him because the opposition is not recognizing this thing as his weakness. And let me finally say this to you, Leader Henry Pedro Costa. It's coming to a point where I'm trying to give her on our candidate, Joseph Numa Boakai. You know, the party has become so passive and very, very complacent. He believes that he can beat President We are in a coffee chair. I mean, which is an illusion. The party need to be more animated, more assertive, and very, very much robust. He shouldn't just be sitting there and because he feel that he's the most brilliant politician right now in the opposition, he just become relaxed. You know, I mean, it's becoming so frustrating. We need to talk to Joseph Numa Boakai to wake up. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gabriel. Now take this other person. We'll take a few more calls. Then we call it a day on today's edition of the Costa Show.
Remember what I told you on the
Good morning,
7th.
Good morning. How you guys doing this morning? This is Walu calling from Boston.
Boston,
Look,
welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much. Well, let me say this, Costa. A person's presidential ambition does not start the year they intend to run. It starts far before that. You have an opportunity to expand your base. It's up to you whether you take up that mantle. But this is why I called this morning. I want to say this to the armed forces of Liberia. They swore an oath to the republic. And our oath says they will fight against every enemy, domestically or foreign enemy. And if that enemy poses an existential threat to the republic, it doesn't matter if it is the presidency, they have to confront that threat. Their very lives are subjugated to the viability of Liberia. If they're sitting in Liberia and our entire country is going to the gutter, it must stand up for the republic. This is the oath they swore. And our oath is to protect Liberia against every enemy. Every enemy. And I'm going to say that point. Thank you so much, guys, for the show.
Brother Eduardo, thank you very, very much for a very good point that you made. As I was about to say, Boakai, and then Brother Eduardo called, I want to say this. Remember what I said to you earlier. A meeting is taking place today. A delegation from the United States is meeting with the committee that awards the World Best title. They are impressing upon them to revoke George Weah's World Best title. That meeting is taking place today. If you don't want to believe me, that is your business. I cannot tell you 100% it will happen, that they will revoke his World Best title because of all the terrible things that his government has been involved in. But I can tell you this much. The Americans are making that effort. I can also tell you that the Americans are working with other members of the permanent with other permanent members of the UN Security Council to draw up a resolution to impose a travel ban on a select number of government officials they deem to be the greatest responsible bearers for the woeful governance system or the woeful governance malpractices that are currently happening in Liberia. China was reluctant to give its support, but when on the 14th of June 2022, Liberia voted against China's human rights records, to condemn the Chinese human rights records. In that document which I read yesterday, which I forgot to publish as promised, China has given the green light. China will support the UN travel ban on Liberian government officials. All efforts are being made by the Americans, by the Europeans. The EU is also considering sanctions. So we're talking EU sanctions, American sanctions, UN travel ban, the revocation of George Weah's World Best title. The Americans have dispatched a DRANAC. Yeah, that's what they've done. They are going all out to ensure that Weah is sufficiently crippled so that he does not stand a chance to get reelected. Yet, we in the opposition are not seizing the moment, as the American ambassador said. In a few weeks, the next batch of sanctions will be released. In a few weeks. Between now to December, more individuals in this government will be sanctioned. If you don't want to believe me again, that is your business. You didn't believe me the first time I told you sanctions were coming in the first place, when nobody knew anything about it. Believe you me now when I tell you, because I know what is cooking. I know so. The Americans have also told me that they are very disappointed in the opposition leaders, that we are weak. Yes, believe me when I tell you that we are weak. They are very disappointed in us, that we are weak. I am not an opposition leader. I am the voice of the voiceless. Are we not playing our part?
We are.
Are we not educating, informing the people?
This is what we are doing now.
Were we not the ones who announced that sanctions would come?
Yeah, we did.
Did we not bring Alan White right here on the show? You and I interviewed him. Did he not tell us too that sanctions would come?
Yeah, we did.
Did the Tunisians not say that Alan White was lying?
No.
Who brought Alan White on the show? That not us?
We did.
Has he appeared on any other Liberian talk show?
Nope. Nope.
Okay. We know.
And now this is just a wake-up call.
Many things. Go ahead, Boga.
This is just a wake-up call. You know, today somebody may say, "Oh, Costa is saying this about the opposition," or Costa is trying to give up. No, we are not trying to give up, or Costa isn't trying to give up. This is just a clear call that the United States Embassy or the United States Ambassador, the American government,
and the U.S. government, Boga, that man is the U.S. government. Period. Say it that way.
The U.S. government, to the ambassador, says that we should wake up as Liberians. Do something.
Did he tell you to wait for election? Wait. Did you get the American ambassador say wait for 2023 elections?
No.
He said what? Seize the moment.
Seize the moment.
He said don't let the opportunity slip. Look, the people telling you to protest. The last time we were protesting, the last American ambassador, what was she doing? That woman was threatening us. She was threatening us to not protest. Yet we braved the storm. We protested. This other American ambassador is telling you to protest.
Seize the moment.
Do you know why that woman left the way she left?
Because she was in bed with the government. She was in bed with the government.
She was reported. Our good friends in Washington, D.C., we reported her. They filed a report on her that she was too close to the government of George Weah. She was too close with them, and the closeness just did not give them comfort. That woman was called back. You remember when our protest was coming, and the American and Congressman Chris Smith issued a statement about the December protest, where he was warning Jefferson Koji to not cause trouble for our protest? How do you think all those things happen? How do you think that Congressman Chris Smith would issue a statement warning Jefferson Koji and the government against attacking us during our protest?
And then
do you think we have money to lobby them? We don't.
No. And then the U.S. ambassador, the lady, make it appear to the citizens that Chris Smith is just a single
man.
Yeah, you're not taking serious. He's just
what
a single
the citizens say when we play the voice. I mean, what? So somebody sent me Chris Smith voice, man. That bombshell recording that we released that on our fateful day in March. That the George Weah government is very kleptocratic and send Mr. Weah came to power. He has been looting the country. Where is the Chris Smith clip? We need to play the Chris Smith clip. Somebody send it to me quick. And Chris Smith said, we moved the sanction Vanny Sherman and more needs to be done. They say, oh man, that Chris Smith goes to the man. Who is Chris Smith? Now just one congressman. I remember when Joey called me, what did Joey say? My man, what have I done to you? The people, international people, they're giving me hard time for your business. Everywhere I go, they're giving me hard time for your business. You think we don't have friends? You think the Americans don't follow us? They don't see what we do? They see the work that we do. They understand that we're trying to make a change in our country. We're fighting for democracy. And they believe in protecting our rights, our right to free speech, our right to freedom of expression, our right to peaceful assembly. They respect those fundamental rights, those rights. So, what do you want the Americans to do for you? They've struck the government at the heart of the government. They're coming again. The hammer has landed one time. And in 2 days, George Weah has succeeded in trying to kill the whole thing by going around and saying that he's campaigning for re-election in Montserrat, where we beat him twice in 2019 and in 2020. Why? How you think we beat George Weah in 2019? You think we beat him because of campaigning? We beat him because of the momentum we built with the June 7 protest. That was the momentum that we rode on. The momentum of the June 7 protest. The protest was June 7, the election was July, the very next month. The very next month. Fellow Liberians, we're about to leave you now for the day. But I want to say this to you. I want to say this to you. CDC will not give up power easily. They are being cornered by the Americans, by the international community. When more sanctions come, which they will, they will, the CDC folks will opt to not leave power. Because the only way they would have to protect themselves is to be in power. Because they know that to leave power would mean that they would be essentially shooting themselves, not in the legs, but in the head. So they will not leave power. Take it from me. These boys will fight to stay in power. They've done too many bad things. When people in power have done so many bad things, they fear that when they leave, they will be punished. So they will not leave. And if this is the attitude that we're going into the elections with, then we might as well forget it. The Americans will not man the polls for us. They will not bring poll watchers from America for us. They will not bring protesters for us. We must be prepared that when George Weah cheats, cheat he will, rake he will, that when he does, that we stage a nationwide protest to bring the government down. That is what we must be prepared to do. That is what must be our contingency plan. But to do that, Weah must first fear us. And how would he fear us? He would fear us when we begin to show that we've got balls now. Do not wait until the time is upon us. Send him a clarion call, a crystal clear message. When we call protest in Liberia, Weah went to the UN and to ECOWAS to beg them to come talk to us. He brought the president of ECOWAS, Jean Cassie Gros. He brought the highest ranking UN official in West Africa, Dr. Mohamed Ibn Chimbas. He's the special representative of the UN Secretary General to the Sahara and the Sahel Desert region. The entire West Africa, Dr. Ibn Chimbas is the guy. And they brought those people we used to hear about when we were little boys. We used to hear about Dr. Mohamed Ibn Chimbas. And they told Ibn Chimbas that Costa was calling for a violent revolution to overthrow the government. Go ask Darius DeLong and my colleagues. I attended that mediation talk. When Chimbas turned and asked, where is Henry Costa? I said, this is Henry Costa. I am Henry Costa. He said, young man, I think Dr. Chimbas thought he could intimidate Henry Costa. He said, they sent me a recording of you in which you were making threats about using arms to protect, to do this, to do that. I said, Dr. Chimbas, you are misinformed. That particular clip that you listened to was truncated and distorted. It does not portray the entirety of what I said. But let me tell you the truth. After I spoke passionately and fiercely, Dr. Mohamed Ibn Chimbas sat there and said, look, I understand you, Mr. Costa. He turned to his colleagues and said, look, we have to let the people protest. asked Darius DeLong. He was sitting right there next to me. Since that day, the next time DeLong went to some event in the Gambia. And there he met Dr. Mohammed Ibn Chambers. And DeLong told me, he said, my man, Dr. Chambers is asking for you. He said, where's my friend Costa? Dr. Chambers, I earned his respect and admiration right there in that particular meeting. Dr. Mohammed Ibn Chambers. So let me tell you something. We may be young, but we can hold our own. Dr. Chambers is no small potato. This man was engaged in mediating the Liberian peace efforts when we were still playing in the dirt. But we were able to sit at the table to talk, to judge, to disagree, to defend and hold our own with Dr. Mohammed Ibn Chambers. He told DeLong, he said, DeLong, where's my friend? Edwin Snow, who Josia used to bring the ECOWAS people to come think that they could bully us. And I'll tell you what DeLong did too. DeLong did something too. I will tell you what DeLong did. I will not just tell you what I did. I'll tell you what DeLong did as well before we leave here. Edwin Snow called me the next day. He said, my man, you blew Dr. Chambers' mind. He was blown away by the way you spoke. Let me tell you what Dr. DeLong did. I mean, what Senator DeLong did in that particular meeting, or one of those meetings with General Ben Hazen, the force commander of the ECOWAS peacekeeping troops. They brought a general. Why would you bring a general to mediate or to dialogue with non-military actors? We're not military people. We're not a militia. We are peaceful citizens wanting to exercise our democratic right. Why would you bring a general all donning his military regalia with all his insignia on his chest? This man is 6'5" or 6'6". A general? You think by bringing a general you will bully us? Ben Hazen tried to, after the Chambers and Jean Cassie brought all those other people, after we had our own and we defended our constitutional right and we dealt with the government, General Ben Hazen said, you know, you people are not listening to us, and I am from, he's from Benin. He said, do you know how many coups d'etats I've been involved with? I've been involved with tons of coups d'etats and blah, blah, blah. Then DeLong said, but we're not doing a coup. Perhaps you misunderstand. We're not doing a coup d'etat. We're exercising our democratic rights. So essentially, DeLong was telling him, I don't know why they brought you here. Because this is not a military warfare. We're not fighting war against the government. We're exercising our democratic rights. The man said, oh, so you are disrespecting me. DeLong said, no, we're not disrespecting you. We're just telling you that we don't see the reason why you are here. You don't even know what happened during those talks. We held our own. We held our own. We fought for our right to protest. They said, don't protest. The American ambassador was threatening me because my visa, those people put my visa interview to the day of the protest, January 6th. That day, the American ambassador said in one of those meetings when they called me and Mo Ali to say, oh, you know, when we're insisting that we will protest on the day we want to protest, the American ambassador said, oh, you know, Costa has to know that he has to return to the States to go to school and he has to come for his visa interview. Why did the American ambassador mention my upcoming visa interview in a negotiation with us? That lady, Christine Elder, I've got absolutely no respect for her. Christine Elder, she was doing George Weah's bidding. You all don't know what we went through, the intimidation, the harassment, the molestation. Yet we held our own. We did not cave in. We are men. We don't have to be 60, 70 years old. We are men. They took my visa interview and put it on January 6th, the day we said we will protest, at the day they put my visa interview. Only my one went to the embassy that day for my visa interview. That day, I had to leave the protest ground to drive to the U.S. embassy. In fact, I went there in a keke with my bodyguards. I took 2 bodyguards. I left the protest ground, rode, and went to the embassy in a keke. And then my vehicle, because there was so much traffic where my car was parked, my vehicle had to follow me later on to bring me back to the protest ground. The bulletproof Nissan Patrol that I was using while I was in the country. That's what we did. The American ambassador threatened me. Mo Ali is my witness. She said, but Costa knows that he has to go back to the States for school. And he's talking about the date. They thought we were going to say, oh, because I have an upcoming visa interview. So they thought I was going to call. I was going to say, okay, the Americans will not give me a visa to go back to America. So we got to do this. No, I did not compromise the people's interest because of my visa. You know what we went through? You know how we fought? I see some of you call us traitors and call us this and call us that. We risk our lives. We risk our lives. We risk our future. When I went, I had been going to the US Embassy for a visa. That was the first time they put me through a long freaking process, asking me all kinds of questions. That's what we went through. It was only me that day in that whole building, that session, the visa session, with the consular. They put me to the head consular. They asked me for all kinds of documents during that period of time. Bring this other document. The Americans know me very well. They saw my school papers. They saw my transcript. They saw that I was in school. They saw everything was intact. But they asked me for a whole. I've been getting a visa, getting US visa since 2012. They don't even ask me questions. In fact, when I go there, oftentimes they will be lecturing with me because they all know who I am. But that was the one time they subjected me to scrutiny that I had never before experienced. The Americans did that to me. I knew what the game was. When George Weah government tried to stop me from traveling, I reached out to Senator Chris Coons of the state of Delaware, who's a member of the Foreign Affairs, the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. Senator Coons' aide, Foreign Relations aide, contacted the U.S. State Department, the Bureau of African Affairs. They contacted the Liberian ambassador, the U.S. ambassador to Liberia, Christine Elder. They said, we need you to intervene. Mr. Costa is under threat. He's been harassed. He's been prevented from leaving the country. The American ambassador told the U.S. State Department that Henry Pedro Costa, his issue, his matter, was not a political one, as Costa was making it to be. It is a strictly legal matter. Costa needs to cooperate. That is what the American ambassador told the U.S. State Department. They wrote me back. I've got the email. Senator Chris Coons, his office, wrote me back and said, Henry Costa, we're sorry to say to you, but the American ambassador told us that your situation is strictly legal and it will be handled legally. So there is nothing we can do. Please cooperate. That is when I decided I had to leave the country the way I left the country. You all don't know what we've gone through. I see some of you put your mouth on us. We were being harassed even by some elements within the international system. But what we fought, we held our own. Many of the things we've done, some of the people who are many times older than us would never do that. They would never make those sacrifices. We could write books full of the accounts of the things that we have suffered. Imagine a U.S. senator asking the State Department to intervene and the American ambassador telling the State Department that Mr. Costa's situation. When I read that email, that is why I left the country. The real reason why I left the country was when the American ambassador said to the State Department that my situation was a purely political one and Henry Costa was just trying to exploit the situation. That's what she told the people. I left the country the way I left. When the American ambassador said in that meeting, and the ECOWAS ambassador told Mo Ali and myself, Mo Ali is my witness. Does Costa not know he has a visa interview? He must be back in the States for school. And he's talking about protesting. So, my dear friends, when I tell you that I've done too much, I've reached too much, and I'm not prepared to do so now, you must understand from whence I come. You must understand from whence I come. Oh yes, Brother Thomas Kura, they gave me the visa. They did. They gave me the visa. They put me through a long rope, but they gave me the visa. And then the woman handed me a flyer. Have you gone to a visa interview where the head consular hands you a flyer, a brochure on how Martin Luther King did protest in America? Do you think I don't know? I know Martin Luther King's speech, I have a dream, by heart. I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest day for the celebration. I know Dr. King's speeches by heart. The consular, the head consular took a brochure and handed it to me to teach me on how to protest. That her business to be telling me how to protest, to do peaceful protest. I told her, I said, I'm a student of Mahatma Gandhi, whose principle of philosophy of nonviolence influenced Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I am well versed in the tactics, the nonviolent tactics and teachings of Dr. Martin Luther King. So I took the brochure from her, but it was my way of telling her that you don't need to give me a brochure. I am well versed in Dr. King's nonviolent philosophy. I am well versed in the teachings of Jean-Jacques Rousseau or David Thoreau. I know what nonviolence is. You don't need to teach me what nonviolence protest is. You go to a visa interview and they are teaching you about nonviolent protests. Is that what you go to do there? These are the harassment, the harassment. These are the things we went through on account of you. You want to lecture me on Dr. King? You know where I memorized I have a dream and I've been to the mountaintop? Eh? I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. I know this speech by heart. I know the man. Look, don't play with us. Don't play with us. We may have only turned 40 a few weeks ago, but we have a special anointing on our heads, for which we're grateful to God. The things that we've suffered, the molestation, the harassment, you're fighting, your government is fighting you, and then the international community, you should be depending on, counting on they are fighting you also. Today, you have a friendly U.S. ambassador. Look, I love McCarthy. If only McCarthy was the ambassador while we were protesting. I love the boy. McCarthy is my boy. I love McCarthy. McCarthy would have stood up for me. McCarthy would not have told the U.S. State Department that Henry Costa is trying to politicize a non-political matter. McCarthy would not have done that. McCarthy would have fought for me. McCarthy would have even found ways to sneak me out of the country. McCarthy would have done that because McCarthy is a champion for democracy. McCarthy is a bulwark against corruption. He's made it his personal crusade to fight corruption. But Christine Elder was a sellout. You do not know what we've suffered. You do not know the extent of what we've suffered. I was attacked on that day at our radio station by seditionists. God protected me. The stones were coming, these sharp iron rocks were coming left and right, and not a single one of them touched me. I was standing there, unbeknownst to me, completely, absolutely unaware that an attack was going on. These boys was just pelting these rocks left and right, attacking. But not a single stone touched me. God is with me. If it is not God that protected me that day, who else did? And then my response to the brutal attack that God protected me from unscathed. Unfortunately for some of my bodyguards, they were attacked. A gentleman whose vehicle was parking right there, his car was smashed. I had to buy the windshield back. Brother, you remember? I paid for that man's vehicle windshield.
Yeah, right at the office. Right at the office, yeah.
Right at our office. I issue a statement in response, in reaction, bitter reaction to the attack that I had just survived. And guess what happened? The American ambassador went and told the EU people they all issue a statement condemning me. You all read a statement. They called me to the embassy. They called me to the U.S. embassy. Mo Ali and I went. Mo Ali accompanied me to the U.S. embassy. He stayed outside. I went inside. The U.S. Marine came and escorted me. I went inside the embassy. And they told me that the ambassador was not happy with the statement I made when I was attacked. You don't condemn the people who attacked me, Madam Ambassador, but you condemn me for my response? Huh? You don't know what we've suffered. You don't know what we've suffered. And we suffer all this for the Liberian people, for you. Today, we have an ambassador that I love, McCarthy. When I come to Liberia, I will seek audience with Ambassador McCarthy. McCarthy, I love you. Only if you had been the ambassador when we were protesting. Only if. Thank you so much. God bless you all. My story is too long, and I've got witnesses. Mo Ali sat right in the car on a Saturday, December 28th. Check your calendar. December 28th. Saturday, December 28th, 2019. Mo Ali sat right in the vehicle waiting for me. I went inside. The U.S. Marine came and received me and took me inside. It was, December 27th. It was actually the 26th of December 2020. December 26th, 2020. On a Saturday, Mo Ali and I went to the U.S. Embassy. Mo Ali sat outside waiting in the vehicle as the U.S. Marine came and escorted me inside. They said a lot of things to me. They told me some good things too for my own security, but I will not say that part. And then that evening they said, we just wanted to give you the courtesy to tell you so that you can retract your statement, but we are going to issue a statement. They issued a statement. The EU ambassador, the American ambassador, the UN resident coordinator, and the ECOWAS ambassador. Those 4 embassies or missions issued a statement on Henry Costa.
You check your WhatsApp.
We have survived a lot, but we have to go. Our time is up. We have to go. Wagai, thank you very much. Bye-bye, folks. Bye.